Hey, I wanted to make a quick update video for my followers here. The other day, some people noticed during my video that my usually ruggedly handsome face was acting a little bit glitchy. And that made some people concerned. And then later, if you followed me on Instagram, you saw I wound up in the hospital that night. And a lot of people were like, oh my God, what happened? We saw the video, now we see you're in the hospital, what's wrong with you? And in that Instagram post, I implied that it was Military Arm Channel's fault, that Tim over at Military Arms Channel did something to cause my problem. Now, most of you know Tim, or Mack, from over at Military Arms Channel, as a kindly old, big, gray-haired, grandfatherly figure on the internet who just has a weird obsession with bullpups. But he has a darker side. In fact, I would even say a sinister side. And it was this sinister side that led Tim, Mack, from Military Arms Channel, to try and kill me. Now, you might ask, how did he try to kill you? Well, it's pretty easy here. He made a post on Instagram earlier in the day that was so ridiculous. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, you're just paranoid if you think that was him directly trying to harm you, but I don't think it is. How else could you interpret this? He put a post up about revolvers and semi-autos where he actually said, and I quote, "Never let someone convince you revolvers never fail. They are more ammo sensitive than autos in my experience." Derp, 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 I just went full retard. Okay, I'll admit that the derp, 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 I just went full retard isn't actually in the quote, but it is strongly implied. Well, after reading this, I had to respond. But because I'm such a kind and gentle and caring person that never wants to offend anyone, I had to repress a lot of anger while I was doing it. And as often happens when you have to repress massive amounts of rage, well, my brain exploded. And that is how I ended up in the hospital, and as you can see, clearly Mack's fault. Well, after a quick evaluation by a couple of different doctors and a few brain scans, I got to find out what a microwave burrito feels like. Some questionable results were found by the doctors. This led me to have to stay and be observed for a while. But now that they've determined I'm in no immediate risk any longer of any further damage, I've been allowed to return home, and I should make a full recovery in a month or two. I should be back completely to normal. Well, let's not say normal, let's say baseline. I'll be back to where I was before this issue. Now, in the meantime, the only real issue we might notice is my usually beautiful face might be a little more, let's say, off-putting to look at. And I might slur my speech a little bit, but I'm from West Virginia, so most people probably won't even notice. It's not like I've been the model of perfect diction up to this point. Now, some people might look at this as half of their face being paralyzed, but I'm a glass half full kind of guy, so I'd like to look at it as I'm halfway towards getting rid of my flinch. So, there's always a positive side. Plus, maybe I'll get to wear an eye patch. Then I can pretend to be one of my favorite Walking Dead characters and call myself the Yankinator. Or maybe I'll come up with a better name than that. But like I said, I'll just be a little bit more difficult to look at, but we're all mature adults, well, at least we're adults, so I think we can get through it. So there you have it, a quick update on my health and on how Tim, or Mack, from Military Arms Channel, tried to kill me. But, as I said, I'll be fine in a couple of months, so I guess next time, they're just going to have to try a little bit harder.
Oops.
Go ahead.
It's a lady at 46 South Road. 46 South Road.
Station 1 call, retone that please. 10-4. Captain 4 to go to that location also. This is 1-9, is that correct?